Funny, always knock off this microphone, which is for Instagram. Gotta watch where I'm touching. All right, hey, how are you doing? That is the Your Book, Your Voice coffee chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Robert A. Lane. I am an audiobook coach and producer. Just checking all my connections right here. Oh, 1 second here. Let me do this. All right, now we're good. Yeah, here we are. Thank you for joining. This is an open forum coffee chat that I do to talk about the audiobook world and to give you some tools and techniques and pointers and things that can help you as an author, especially if you're a nonfiction author and you have a published book and you want to take it to the next level by turning it into an audiobook that you narrate, because there is no one more qualified to narrate your audiobook than you. Then this is the place to stop by, because people have questions and I'd love to help answer those questions for you, which is why I do this coffee chat. What else do I want to share with you before we dive into our topic? Because our topic is I hate my voice. We're going to talk about that. See, there I go, yanking on that mic cable again. There we go. I keep doing that. Sorry about that, Instagram. Keep messing you up there. All right. So again, let me make another adjustment here. So again, love your voice is what we're going to be talking about, because that's super, super, super important. And the other thing that I want to share with you before we dive into our topic for today is the fact that we have some great things. Whoa, whoops, man, I am just messing things up technically today. There we go. Apologies for that. It's been a little crazy this morning. All right, here we go. First of all, today is live day. And the other thing that I do is the Your Book, Your Voice podcast. And I wanted to share that with you because I don't want you to miss out on really these great guests that I bring in who are authors, who are book professionals, people who can really shed some light on the book world as an author. And of course, talking about how they narrated their own audiobook for the authors. And again, bringing in book professionals is awesome because they can also give you some great tools and techniques. But tonight on the Your Book, Your Voice podcast, the episode is Steps Towards Audiobook Awesomeness. What does it take to do an awesome audiobook? And I'm going to take you through the steps. We're going to do a deep dive into this. So looking forward to having you join. This is live. Again, like we do the coffee chats. This is live. The podcast airs at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. So you go to their YouTube channel. They have a little button that says live, which is all their live streams and the ones that are coming up. So when you see this picture there that you're seeing on LinkedIn and on YouTube, then you know you're in the right place. Just click on that link and join it live, because the whole point of doing lives, and I love doing lives, just like with the coffee chat, love doing lives because it gives you an opportunity to get in on the conversation, ask your questions, share your book. Tell me about your book. I'd love to hear about it. And again, any questions you have about the audiobook world, or if you ever have questions for the guests that I bring in on the podcast, I really encourage you to join in and get in on the live conversation. That's 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific time, Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. Again, for those of you on Instagram, go to my profile page, click on the link, and there's a whole bunch of links there for you to join the podcast live. Remember, it's at 8 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern time tonight, and you can join me. We'd love to have you there. All right. So let's dive into our topic. So the thing is, I hear this all the time. All right. I hear people say, oh, I hate my voice. I don't like how I sound. I don't think I have a voice that's good enough to express myself the way that I want to express myself. And let's address these fears, okay? Let's address these fears. First of all, I know you're worried about your voice. I know you feel like maybe it's overwhelming. Maybe you don't feel confident. Maybe you feel like, I don't really have enough experience to be able to narrate my own audiobook. But what I want to share with you is this. The truth is you do have what it takes. The truth is you have a great voice. The truth is that your voice is an integral part of your author brand, because your author brand encompasses everything that you are, everything that has made you the person that you are today. That is your author brand. The way you were brought up, your personality, your sense of humor, your belief systems, your values, all of that, and especially your voice. That's why it's an integral part of your author brand. All of that makes up who you are, and you are your brand. If you're a published author, you got a book that's published out there, you are an entrepreneur. Whether you write professionally, whether you wrote your book in nights and weekends, you're still a professional. I don't consider you a hobbyist because you created something awesome by writing and publishing your nonfiction book. And to take it to the next level by narrating your own audiobook makes 100% complete sense, and especially 100% complete sense as a business move, because as an entrepreneur, you are the CEO of you. You are the boss of you. You need to make some great decisions that will enhance your author brand and get your brand out there as an author and as a book writer that you've published. An audiobook is such a great thing because, again, you're expanding your reach and your audience into a world that a lot of people go to audiobooks first before they even think about buying an ebook, paperback, or hardcover. So you want to get into that audience. But the thing is you do have what it takes. You can unlock your true voice. You really can. It's part of who you are. What else do I want to share with you that can really help you? If there is something that is stopping you from narrating your audiobook, identify exactly what that is. And usually, 9 out of 10 times, it has to do with a fear, some kind of fear. All right? Fear of public speaking, fear of the microphone, fear of how you sound, fear of what other people will think about your voice. You got to eliminate those fears. And by doing that, and a way to do that is just, again, identifying what it is that's causing that barrier that's stopping you from narrating your own audiobook. What is it that is stopping you? And then once you identify it, figure out what is it that I can do to push this fear aside. And usually it's a confidence thing. So one thing that works really well with the authors that go through my audiobook coaching program is I have them do affirmations. And tell yourself and write them out. Don't just type them, write them out. And write out 10 affirmations about you, about your voice, about your author brand. I am a great author. I am a great writer. I have a wonderful voice. I love how I sound. I have what it takes to narrate my own audiobook. I am a great storyteller. No one can tell my story better than me. No one can express my memoir better than me. If you're a coach or an entrepreneur or an educator, then say things like, no one can teach my coaching program better than me. And you wouldn't want another person to narrate your audiobook, especially if you're a coach, because it's your program. Just like with a memoir, it's your experience. Again, there are great narrators that are out there, but the thing is, it's still their interpretation, not your interpretation. The way you expressed and wrote your book, your unique voice is already in the written word. And another narrator won't really be able to tap into that because it's your personal experience. And remember, as an author and in your author brand, your brand is your uniqueness. And having another narrator narrate your audiobook, it takes away from your uniqueness because it's going to be their interpretation and not yours. And there's subtleties and nuances of how you speak and how you communicate and how you express yourself, especially if it's a personal story or, again, even a coaching program if you're a coach and you've written a book. You have your way of explaining and talking, and of course the way you've experienced what you do and how you do it, that nobody else can replicate. That's what makes you so unique. And that uniqueness is something that allows you to stand out in the crowd. So don't hate your voice, love your voice. Do affirmations. Again, write out things that are positive. Now, after you write them out, make copies of them. Put this list of affirmations next to your bed, on your nightstand, on your bathroom mirror, on your refrigerator, taped up by your computer, and read them over and over and over until, not that you have read it, but now you need to feel the emotion. How does it feel when you say, hey, you know what? I have a great voice. And say it until you believe it. And when you believe it, you'll feel it. When you feel it, your subconscious will believe you then. Because you need to change and rewire the neurons in your brain that are telling you negative things. You got to, let's purge that. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of the negativity, bring in the positivity, because that's what's going to get you to build the confidence and to love your voice. Love your voice. People are not criticizing your voice. The most important thing that you have to offer by you telling your story is your unique style of how to tell it, because that's what makes you you. But it's your content. It's what you have to say. That's what's so important. Think of it like, there are some musicians out there, like people make fun of Bob Dylan, right? Bob Dylan, they make fun of his voice and he sings, and I can't understand a word he's saying. But you know what? People love Bob Dylan. Maybe it's not because of how he sounds, but it's what he has to say. It, again, boils down to content. That's what's so important. So love your voice and appreciate this wonderful sound that comes out of your body, because that is part of your author brand. That is who you are. That is who you are. Love that voice of yours. Now, if you want to find out more about how to narrate your audiobook, because it is a process, it is definitely a process and it takes time. And this is why, as an audiobook coach and producer, I help authors narrate their audiobooks and take them through the entire process of setup and preparation, of the fine art of voiceover, how to be engaging and compelling and bringing out your authenticity and sounding conversational, yet bringing those emotional aspects of your story through. All those techniques of how to do a great narration. That's part of what I teach. And then we get you published on Audible, Amazon, and Apple, because you need to be on the AAA. And the other thing is, it only takes 6 weeks. The audiobook coaching program I do is 6 weeks. And the first step that you need to do is just schedule a call with me. It's a free consultation call. Let's talk about your book. I'll give you details about the audiobook coaching program, which is called Your Book, Your Voice. And let's get you enrolled, because in 6 weeks, you will have your audiobook recorded and ready for publication. And that's such a great thing. And we talk about marketing strategies and things that you can do to promote your audiobook. And again, here's another thing to think about. If you have a book that you've published already, maybe it's 5 or 10 years old, bring it back to life, right? Resurrect it from the dead, bring it back to life, put it in the forefront of people's minds, get it out there again, turn it into an audiobook and do a whole relaunch. It's a great thing. It's a great thing to let people know, hey, you know what? I have this book and this is a great book and now it's an audiobook. So buy my book. And it's a great marketing tool, by the way, because when you sell your audiobook, you can do combination deals, buy this and get an ebook for 99 cents or an autographed paperback, whatever deal that you want to do. There's a lot of ways to market. So having an audiobook is great. But the first step is just booking a call with me. And I know on LinkedIn and YouTube, there's a graphic there on the screen with the link. But of course, all the links that I mentioned about booking a call, about joining the podcast tonight, is all in the description. So definitely check it out. All right. And again, for those of you that are on Instagram, just go to my profile page. Everything is there. And you can also go to robertlanecoaching.com, because everything is all laid out there as well about what I do as an audiobook coach and producer. You can book your call there. And there's also a free audiobook narration reference guide that is my gift to you. Again, Instagram, go to my link. download your free audiobook narration guide. Grab that narration guide. It's a great thing. I have a lot of fantastic tools and techniques to help you do a great narration. Grab your free guide. Again, YouTube and LinkedIn, it's there for you in the description. So grab your free guide. It's my gift to you. All right. All right, my friends, we're keeping Coffee Chat a little bit short today, but if you ever have any topics that you would like to discuss or have questions about, then get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. You can reach out to me at robertlanecoaching.com. You can make a comment or send me a message if there's something that you'd like me to cover about the audiobook world. I'd love to hear from you. All right. So book your call. Let's get you enrolled. Let's get that audiobook done. You have what it takes. Do not hate your voice. Love your voice. You have an awesome voice. That's part of your author brand. That's part of who you are. That's part of what makes you so unique. So love and embrace that person that you are, because that, again, is what allows you to stand out in the crowd. And don't forget to join me tonight for the Your Book, Your Voice podcast on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. That's where we do it live, and I want you to join me live. We're going to talk about the steps to audiobook awesomeness and really do a deep dive on what it takes to do a great audiobook narration. And you should. Remember, all nonfiction authors need to narrate their own audiobook. Okay? And with that, I'm going to leave you with your daily assignment, and this should be a daily assignment for all of you, and that is, when you're out and about in the world, smile at a stranger, say hello to them, give them a compliment. That small gesture of kindness can make the world of difference in somebody's life, and we need as much positivity in this world as we possibly can. All right? And you can do that. It's a simple thing. So smile at a stranger, say hello to them, give them a compliment. That's your assignment. All right? Love it. Thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee Chat. Again, I'm here every Thursday doing this open forum. I'll have a topic, but if there's something that you want to talk about, by all means, you're more than welcome to join in on the conversation. And then we'll see you on the podcast tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on the Bold Brave TV YouTube channel. And yeah, love it. Go to robertlanecoaching.com. Get your call booked. Let's talk. You and I will talk personally about your book and get you enrolled and have your audiobook recorded and ready for publication in only 6 weeks. All right. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, my friends, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in. LinkedIn and YouTube, we'll say goodbye to you first. Again, appreciate your support.